tea with me. And we're just gonna talk about my postpartum experiences, my postpartum journey, and everything that I'm going through right now, how the baby is doing, and how we're adjusting. So let's get into it. My tea is really hot right now, so I'm not even gonna be sipping. Y'all gonna be like, "What happened to her tea?" But yeah, um, we're gonna start with just postpartum. Period. Postpartum, postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, three different things. If somebody just says, 2 days postpartum, that doesn't mean they've been depressed for 2 days. Postpartum depression is totally different thing than just postpartum. It just postpartum, the word itself is just what it means after you have a baby, your body after you have a baby. So by saying you're postpartum depressed, that's just your hormones after you have a baby. Also, I'm gonna be cutting this pumpkin just so I can devein it and get everything out of it. Look at that juice, it's juicy. I ain't never seen no juicy pumpkin. It's also hard to cut into. This is a really good knife. Yeah. So postpartum wise, I'm not doing well. Like, after having the baby, when you're pregnant, you have a lot of hormones going on, like a lot of emotions, a lot of all that. When after you have the baby, it gets worse. I'm not gonna keep saying you because everybody's experience is different. But after I had the baby, it got worse. It was just like I was even more sad. My daughter is now 2 months old, so I'm 2 months postpartum. It's like your emotions get worse. It's like the hormones are still going. For me, it's like I'm even more emotional, could I say. I have a 5-year-old, but having her 5 years later, it was kind of like I'm starting all over again. And also, every baby is different. Every pregnancy is different. This was a horrible pregnancy. Very grateful that she came out healthy and I was okay during labor, but never felt so horrible in my life. And then she comes out and she has colic. So she screams for hours and hours and sometimes, and you can't help her. There's nothing you can do except for try to soothe her, and it's pretty hard. Dad helps out a lot, but I mean, the experience itself is challenging. We can do it, it's challenging though. And I can say it's totally different than with my son. Dealing with a baby that has colic, women don't speak about it enough because doctors have tried to normalize it, but it's very stressful. It's very hard. It's been 2 months, so I can say her first couple of weeks were worse than we are now, and her first month was worse than we are now. She is doing much better. If she does have a crying fit, it's only probably about 30-45 minutes. It's still very hard, excuse me, but it's not as hard as it was before because the hours on hours, and then there was nothing to soothe her, nothing I could do to soothe her. So that was challenge number one. Yeah, she's definitely got it under control now. I would say she's just a tad bit spoiled now, but she's got that part under control. I think her colic is going away. They say it goes away starts to go away. You start to see a difference between 3 and 6 months, and she's already showing a difference. So I'm very grateful for that. That would be challenge number one. Now, I'm just talking about my postpartum experience in this first 2 months, but let's talk about my postpartum body. So when I first had her, I would say about 3 to 4 weeks after, So the first month, after the first month, I was slimming back down, like I was super slim. Um, Now I have been breastfeeding since she was born. So when you breastfeed, I didn't know this in the beginning, but you have to double your calories, and you have to drink a lot of water. And you would think drinking a lot of water will help you drop weight, but at the same time, you have to like eat 4,000, 5,000 calories a day. Now, when you pump or when you breastfeed, every ounce you're losing 20 calories. So, I mean, you lose some of the calories, but at the same time, it doesn't make up for the 4,000 that you're stuffing down your throat just to produce milk. So, I mean, that kind of sucks for anybody who likes to watch their weight. And I know I've always been a chubby girl, but I definitely know when it's time to diet, and I definitely stick to my diet. Like, I lose weight pretty fast. I might attach a transformation at the end of this video, but if not, I'll talk about it in another video because I am going to start a weight loss journey soon. But anyways, it's just challenging to keep up everything that you have to do in order to breastfeed. So my body is going through a lot of changes right now. I have not weighed myself, but I know that I've gained weight, new weight, let's just say new weight, from breastfeeding. Now, I am going to continue breastfeeding until I'm going to try until she's 12 months. I mean, not necessarily sticking her to my breast because she doesn't go to the breast very often right now, but I am going to be pumping because that's what I do now. You can say I exclusively pump and bottle feed right now because she doesn't go to my breast anymore. It's very rare that she will go to my breast. So she used to go to my breast a lot. Now she does not. Now, breastfeeding is super challenging. This is challenge number 3 because number 2 was just my body right now because I'm having like a whole like I can't insecure thing. Like, I hate myself right now for being this chunky. And I mean, as a mother, you'll know. If you're a mom and you watch it and you don't have kids, yeah, you'll understand. So yeah, challenge number 3, just breastfeeding, period. It is a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing. Like, I couldn't do it with my son, but I produce at least 35 ounces a day for her. Now, 35 ounces is minimal. Like, that's the least you can produce for your baby. I mean, it's enough. It feeds her, but it's just like I can't store any milk right now. I was at least producing 50 ounces a day, and I was storing bags a day. Like, I've been through 100 breast milk storage bags, but I went from that to storing nothing. I'm just literally making enough milk to feed her at every feeding, and it doesn't matter how hard you try. If it cuts out, if your milk dries up, then your milk dries up. Now, mine has dried up. Well, I'm not gonna say it dried up because I was still producing like 1 ounce each breast, but it has gotten to 1 ounce on each side, and I just did what I needed to do in order to initiate my body to produce more milk. It's a lot to do though. I mean, there's so much you have to do in order to continue breastfeeding. It's so much you have to do to keep it up every single day. Like, I'm just drinking the tea every day. I have to eat oatmeal every day. Or whole grain every day. Supplements I have not taken this time. I took them when I was breastfeeding for my son. They barely work, but the supplements that I used to take are actually in my tea now, so I guess I'm still taking supplements technically, but it's in herbal form. And I mean, it's just a lot, and it's not rewarding for the mother. I mean, it's rewarding in the fact that, yeah, you get to feed your child, but it's a never-ending cycle of it's just a never-ending cycle. I mean, I can't find another word. Like, it's just like you and you beat yourself up a lot, especially when your milk goes from, say I'm pumping 5 ounces on each side, which I was pumping 10 ounces each feeding. I'm giving 10 ounces, and she's only 2 months, so she only eats, right now she's eating 3 to 4 ounces each feeding. So I was pumping, let's say 3 bottles for her in each feeding every 2 hours, and I went from doing that to doing 1. I would do like 5 ounces, and that makes you beat yourself up. Once your milk starts going slow, you're gonna beat yourself up, and then you're like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do that. And it's like trying to do that and all day, just maintain and keep drinking water all day, and just try to get your body to do something like that all day, every day. And then every 2 hours you have to feed. It's like there's no wiggle room. Like, if you're gonna breastfeed, you have to commit your entire life to it. And it seems like it's not that serious from the outside, because trust me, I was an outsider, but it's just a lot on your body. It's a lot. It's very frustrating as well. Like, it's hard to even put it into words. I want to talk about breast infections, because I never knew you can get an infection from breastfeeding. I mean, it's something natural that your body is supposed to do and that God made us to do, and you can get infected from it. You can get pain from it. It's painful to breastfeed, period. Yes, it hurts when they latch onto your nipple. Yes, it gets sore. So each time they feed, it's like when they're about to start drinking, you clench your body because it hurts so bad. And with pumping, I even get sore sometimes. Like, I'm about to start pumping and it hurts. Like, you have to stop sometimes. Your nipples are literally like red, pink, and some people actually have what they call strawberry milk, where there's blood going into their milk because their nipples are like busting open, and that shit. Anyway, I have not had strawberry milk, and I don't think they feed that strawberry milk to their children. They have to pump it. They have to dump it. I'm sorry. But yeah, just some things that come along with breastfeeding. So back to the breast infection. I got a breast infection. I didn't know what was going on. I thought, maybe my boob is just super sore from breastfeeding. Because at this point, I was still putting her to the nipple. So, come to find out, I couldn't take it one night. Like, I had to put ice pack on it that whole night, and it was swollen. It was not, when you are breastfeeding, every 2 hours your breasts fill back up, and they get hard when they're full, and then you pump it out and they get soft. So it wouldn't go soft. It was actually, I went to the doctor. Okay, so I'm back. I went to the doctor, and they told me that I had a clogged milk duct. So that's different than, there's like 4 different types of infections you can get from breastfeeding, and I had a clogged milk duct.
Hey guys! So I got this at my dentist appointment, and I've been super good, so yes.
You have not been good.
I've been good at this appointment, period.
Alright, so I had to pause the first part of the video to go pick him up from school, and he is here now, so excuse me. As you can see, having a baby in a 5-year-old is tiring. Anyway, I had to pick him up from school, so here he is. He wanted me in this video, of course, just because I'm cutting the pumpkins, but I will be talking about postpartum. So, watch out, let me cut this top off of this. I got a different knife, guys.
Who's the best, guys? Me?
This is so dangerous.
Oh no, that's so dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Alright guys, so anyway, I had a clogged milk duct. When you're breastfeeding, there's a lot of different infections you can get, which is really just not fair at all. I mean, you're doing something natural. You're trying to, don't touch. There's a knife over here.
Do it like this.
You can't do it like that, Avery. It's not working. It's just not fair because you're doing something to help your baby and, you know, you're saving money and everything, and then boom, you're harming yourself at the same time. So yeah, you have to take pills probably like 4 times a day, I believe. So I did that 4 times a day. I took antibiotics and that went away. My duct came unclogged. Also, I put hot water pressure on it and that helped as well. You cannot sit over here. You're going to get cut. Sit right here where you are. They don't need to see you. This is my video. Remember?
That's kind of weird. Sharing is caring.
We was sharing. We was sharing. You wasn't in this video today. You was at school. You were supposed to do a different video. And you have not been good. That's why mommy's frustrated. I'm not a mean mom. I'm just irritated because you have not been listening. If you're a parent, then you know. Alright, take the stuff out of this one. While I'm talking, can you please stop clapping that spoon on the table, child? Just pop the cap.
I'm scared.
Alright, I'll let you take that stuff out. How about sit it right here and put the stuff on the plate? Smelly. Yeah, guys, so, you know people eat pumpkin seeds?
On the other pumpkin.
So, yeah, I got a whole breast infection, and that was just terrible. That was a terrible experience. That was very discouraging. I wanted to quit, and I was just pretty upset. Don't slam it too hard, because your sissy's asleep. I was just really upset, and I just wanted
Did you
to...
hear what my mom said that? The sister died.
Yeah, your sister's sleeping. They know about your sister, silly. Yeah, so it was just really stressful. It was not fair. Like, it sucked. I cried a lot, because it was just sad. Try it.
Is she vaccinated?
Yeah,
I'm allergic to pumpkins.
oh wow. He is not allergic to no pumpkin. He just said he don't like it. Yeah, so,
Mommy,
yeah.
I got one.
Breastfeeding is stressful. It's a very rough journey. I recommend, but I don't recommend. If you're an emotional person, just don't do it, because it's just, I mean, my kids can't drink Similac or, what is it, Nutra, whatever. They can't drink powdered milk. Their stomachs can't handle it. She already has colic, and when I give her powdered milk, like say I don't pump enough that day, I'll give her powdered milk as a supplement for one feeding, and she'll cry and scream for like 2 hours after that because her stomach hurts and she can't poop, or she's throwing up. So it's like their stomachs are not ready for that. We're not doing it like that. Put it on the table and on the plate.
Okay.
If you're gonna be rough, then you're not doing it.
Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
I'm a little excited because this is a new video. So last time when I was at school, we went at the pumpkin patch, and yeah, we got the pumpkins from there, yeah. And I went to the cornway and I won. Everybody won. That went the same way, yeah. So, and there was like a little playground, and then I wasn't ready and I fell on my tummy. I restarted, and then I was ready. Let's start talking.
So guys, I sound like him. So guys, anyways, the breast infection was a terrible experience. Breastfeeding is not a good experience for me. I love the connection I have with my daughter. I wish she would keep feeding at the breast, but she doesn't want to anymore. So now it's like my life just revolves around pumping and being upset that I can't produce enough milk because I think because she's not going to the breast, I'm producing less. And
you got so much seeds. I dare you to eat these.
I don't want to eat any seeds.
I dare you.
Maybe at the end of the video.
And I'm gonna give you $100.
You ain't got no $100.
Yes, I got.
Excuse me, that was really gross. I'm gonna cut that out. What can you Yes. Excuse me. So.
Ew, that looks so much.
That's a lot. Ew. You can pull it out. You can pull it out with your hands.
Yeah,
It's faster.
Ew, that looks so.
So I just
It's not a puzzle.
recommend that if you're going to take on breastfeeding, then you better put on your body armor because it takes a lot of like everything. I can drive myself crazy drinking a gallon of water every single day religiously. Religiously, and no, you need to go in the bathroom and do that. That's not a tissue, that's a paper towel. I can drive myself crazy to drink 80 bottles of water a day, and I still won't produce enough milk. So it's like just, it's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's just. I'm starting to feel like it's worth it just because her tummy feels okay. I feel like I'm pushing it. I'm forcing myself now to breastfeed. But I mean, anyway, I've talked about breastfeeding for probably like 10 minutes. On to the next. Let's talk about the feelings you have as a mother. Avery, it's supposed to be an informational video about after I had the baby. Okay. Kids are so mean and so rude and they just don't care about your feelings. But anyway, yeah, I was really depressed. I can say I'm still depressed after having her.
I'm gonna count on.
It's been 2 months and I will say I don't cry every day now. I was crying every day. I was crying every time she cried. I was stuck in bed. I was stuck in the house. Now I'm kind of dipping my toes in the water to get myself together. And I feel like it's just been hard. It's been so hard. It's been an experience. Yes, I already have a 5-year-old, but it's different when you have the second child. That's why I hate using the front camera. We always use the back camera. But yeah, it's different when you have the second child and you go through different feelings, different experiences. Your body goes through different things. With a boy and a girl, your body goes through different things. Anyway, but yeah, it's the most emotional experience, the most challenging thing I've ever been through in my whole entire life. And I can still say I'm challenged every single day, but I've gotten better. Like I said, I'm not crying every day anymore. I still don't like myself since I had the baby. I do love my life. I love being a mom. And I love you, both of you, so much. I love our family.
I know you love yelling at us.
It's not even like that, Avery. When you show off, of course, I'm going to raise my voice. But, anyway, that's what moms do. Anyway, I don't yell at your sister.
Mommy, are these 100?
No, but you can count them. It's probably like
50.
70. I would say 50 to 70, yeah.
I would say 1,000.
No, definitely not 1,000.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I don't know why he's trying to count these right now.
13, 14,
Yeah, I don't like myself as a person. I don't like this extra fat that I've got on me right now. But that goes back to that goes back to being a mother, period. Once you are a mother, you don't have a life and you don't have anything anymore. You don't have a soul. Everything belongs to your kids. That's the thing. You feel a lot of self-worthlessness, like you're worth nothing, you have nothing, and you're nobody. You're a mom. That's the only thing that goes through your head. Everywhere you go, everything you do, whether it looks like this girl's worried about her kids or worried about the fact that she's a mother, or, you know, like, say you see somebody out, a mom out or whatever, you're like, oh my God, she's a mom, blah, blah. Trust me, it goes through her head. That's the only thing you think about, like, I'm a mom. I'm a mom. Like, you can't even walk out the house, you can't get dressed, you can't wake up, you can't do anything without thinking and knowing in your head you're labeled as a mother. That's it, period. There's nothing else. You will never be nothing else. These are just the thoughts that go through your head. They're not true. And yes, moms can do everything. I'm not putting any mothers down. I'm not saying you should feel like I feel. I'm not saying you feel like this or any mother feels like this. I'm just saying these are my experiences. I felt this with my son as well, the self-worthlessness, like I'm nothing and I'm just a mom only. When I first had him, cute little angel. Your sister's a cute little angel. But thank you for calling me cute. It's just a lot, guys. I can't even talk about. I don't know why. That's why I didn't want to do this video, because it's a lot that you can't talk about, and there's a lot that is hard to get across, especially to females who aren't mothers. And if a male is watching this right now, then I most definitely know that you don't understand. But yeah, it's just like, I know there's some mothers that will relate, and there are some that will disagree. There are some that, you know,
that tastes good. This one part tastes yum.
Maybe we'll make some pumpkin muffins or cookies or something. You wanna try those? You wanna try some pumpkin cookies? Or you wanna bake the pumpkin seeds and make some pumpkin seeds?
Oh, I want to bake the pumpkin seeds and do both.
Yeah, and then don't get me wrong, it's totally 100% rewarding. Even the nights that I cry, I'm still like so happy that I have her.
Look at this. This is so satisfying. Look at this.
Gross. So they say there's a new method where you can use this to get out the pumpkin stuff, like the Avery. This is what you're doing.
This is like Knuckles' feather.
Okay.
But it's a pumpkin feather.
Yeah. You see how you just pushed this down because I'm trying to talk about something else.
I'm sorry, guys.
Anyway, children are Sour Patch Kids.
What?
They're Sour Patch Kids. They're sour and rude and mean, and then they're sweet. And you will see that in this video. Anyways, you can use this to get your stuff out of your pumpkin.
Let's do that.
Really fast and easy. And then you just, it'll loosen it up, and then you just go in and scoop the rest, and it comes out real fast.
Could you do that right now, please?
We'll try it, but put that on the plate so we can get it out of the way. We'll try this since I'm sitting here talking anyway.
Guys, there's literally another pumpkin feather in there.
Back to the self-worthlessness. That's something you feel like.
So, you made this thing.
Push it up.
Oh my
I just let him cut me off because he could not wait. But postpartum most definitely is not 6 weeks. I would say it's definitely not 8 weeks either if you had a C-section. It's just for as long as you need as a mother and as a person, as your own person, without the mom label. It's as long as you need. What I was saying when Sun cut me off was just that, feeling of worthlessness is definitely a thing. Now, while you're feeling this worthlessness and you're stressed and you're not drinking enough water and you're not eating enough food, you're not able to feed your child as much as you can. You lose your milk. Like you're seeing right here in this little paragraph, it definitely cuts your supply. Like that's what happened to me. But in this situation, all you can do is just keep pushing. Try to be as positive as you can, and if you want to do it, then put your big girl boots on and you keep going. You eat a lot, you drink a lot of water, and you be strong for your kids. It was times where I could just look at her and get upset and cry because I hadn't made enough milk for her, or I hadn't done this or done that for her in time enough. So I was emotional. As a mother, we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves and we should give ourselves a chance to breathe, but there is no chance to breathe, so we have to just keep going. After I had my daughter and after I had my son, my feet swole up. Like, they were horrible. They were just, like, huge, as you can see in that video. They were just swollen. Then they finally went down, like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I would say a month after I had her, for real, for real. But all in all, I can say I love being a mom. It is very stressful and challenging, but I definitely love it 100%. Like I said, I would rewind and go pause and see how big my feet was, because it's definitely one of the more weird things that happen to you postpartum. Your legs and your feet. Even my face was swollen. This is when I was coming down from the swelling, though. My feet were definitely back to normal, as you can see in the after picture. But yeah, he wanted to show our final video of our little jack-o'-lanterns. It was fun. It was cute. I love doing things with my son. We're always doing something and we're always just spending time together, and they know mommy loves them more than life, and I wouldn't trade this for the world.